This is 8 ways to improve yourself and be the best you could be. I know you want to be a better person. I know you want to be the best you could be. So you might as well just listen to these tips. Tip number 1. So first and foremost, you really want to be clean. Wake up, take a shower. That's what I love to do. Wake up, take a shower, brush my teeth, put on some cologne, deodorant, look good. Not only for other people, but for yourself. It makes you feel good and it puts a smile on your face. It makes the happiness and at your core contagious. It's really something special. I love to do it. When you see other people doing it, you can see the joy just by, and it doesn't mean you have to be, super good looking or anything like that. You just want to make sure that at your core that you'll feel at peace if you're just clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Tip number 2, which aligns with keeping yourself clean, keep your house clean, keep your castle, your kingdom, keep it clean, your car, anything you've invested money in, keep it clean. One tip that I like to do is I'll walk through the house. I'll spend maybe not even 5 minutes and I'll just grab some things, whatever I see, and either get rid of it or put it up. Anything I see, and just do a quick sweep and I'm done. It's very easy. And these first 2 things you can start right now with little to no effort, and you'll start seeing changes immediately. Tip number 3, lift the anchor. I mean, what's holding you down? Honestly, if you have a substance abuse problem, fix it. Look up ways to fix it. This is something that I've dealt with. I've had a troubled past and I've overcome it. Turn off social media if you got to. I like to, sometimes I'll go into my apps and I'll actually disable the app just so I can get a little bit of peace, because ever since I've started doing this YouTube thing, I've noticed that I'm going even more on different social media platforms. I'm not a fan of that. I never have been. So I'll go in there, I'll turn them off and, just get a little bit of peace of mind. Maybe read a book. Just completely remove all the poison that leads to mindless consumption. You don't need that stuff, right? So you're looking good, you're feeling good, you're nice, got fresh, got a good smell going on, and your house is nice and clean. Anybody pops up, you're not going to be afraid to let them inside, and scrambling. You've relieved yourself from all the poison that the world's throwing at you, and you've learned to identify it, because sometimes it's hard to identify. You don't really know what's bothering me. Like, what is it? What is bothering me? And you really just got to look at all the things around you and learn how to identify, like, the symbolism, all the problems that could be causing you depression and anxiety. It's really not good. So you got all that going for you. Let's move on to tip number 4. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. This is one I've lived by my whole life, because if you just go into something without planning at all, you're definitely gonna end up failing, because you're just gonna be winging it. Now, sometimes improvising is great, but you always want to set up a plan, no matter what it is, right? With this video, I scripted it, I wrote it down. It's very important. You want to make sure you have everything planned out step by step, because you don't want to end up trying to do something and then halfway through you have to end up quitting, whether it's a speech, whether it's a project, anything. You want to be able to finish it all the way through. And to do that, you have to plan. And what comes with planning is your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. It's all very achievable. And I promise you that if you set up goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, even yearly goals, something that you want to do, and make little steps in between to achieve them goals, it's going to help you tremendously. You're going to be able to achieve the little steps, and then eventually, boom, you hit your goal and you're super satisfied. And that goes on top of making yourself feel better and improving yourself. You're going to be the best person you can be just by setting goals and accomplishing them. You cannot give up or quit halfway through or right there in the fourth quarter. That's the worst. Sometimes I fall victim to that all the time. But what I can tell you is that the payoff after you finish a task, the payoff is the best feeling in the world. You will feel The second you accomplish it, you'll feel like you're on top of the world, the king of the world. Nobody can touch you because you finished your goal and you have a sense of pride. You feel accomplished. So it's an awesome feeling and it'll make you feel better. Tip number 5. This kind of ties in with the third tip, but you want to stop thinking about all the negative, all the problems, everything going on in your life. You want to think about the positive stuff. Be a half glass full kind of person. Really, it's not that hard. There's no need to be so angry all the time, and getting in your feelings. Everybody's in their feelings nowadays. I don't understand it. Just chill, relax. You don't gotta always be in your feelings. Come on. Also, if you make a list, make a little list. You make a list and you can write down all the things that are bothering you or causing you anxiety and cross off all the stuff that you can't control. You realize that your list is a lot smaller than it was before. Nobody wants to feel anxiety or depression. And honestly, you're probably causing it on yourself for the most part. Not always, but for the most part. And you can fix it. You can fix it. I know you can fix it. Tip number 5 or 6 or 7. We're on tip number 6. Tip number 6. Get out of your comfort zone. I mean, honestly, that's the best. The best way is do something that you're not used to doing. Because if you do the same old thing every day, you're not going to get anywhere. You want to make sure that you try something new. Getting out of your comfort zone is the best way to learn, right? Because if you fall and you get back up, you learn something, right? They say that losing or failing is the best way to success, right? Because if you don't fail, you won't know how to be successful at whatever it is you failed. If I've ever told you anything great, you better understand that when I say failing is the key to success. You heard it here, right from me. Talk with Jay, 2024. And once you get out of your comfort zone, honestly, it'll help you grow. Embrace it. Embrace it. Embrace it, man. Embrace it. Get out of your comfort zone. Why? Why you gotta feel comfortable all the time? Work hard. Work hard. Why you gotta be so comfortable all the time? Tip number 7, understand your value. Because you just alone, without even any skills, traits, qualities, honesty, responsibility, your reliability, it doesn't matter. You are valuable, right? So take this vessel that God has given you and start to build your traits and realize your value, because your value is something special and you need to never forget that. Remember your value. If you're at a job and they're mistreating you, or they're not paying you enough, or your friends or family or somebody's mistreating you, just remember your value and don't let them sway your mind or your thoughts. Tip number 8, and the last tip with Talk with Jay, live your life to the fullest. I'm not telling you to go and swerve off the road and run into a tree and burn and crash, but live your life to the fullest. Maybe don't say no to everything. Have some fun, do some things, study some stuff, read some books, learn to laugh, have some fun. Because one day you're going to die, right? No, everybody dies. But except maybe Elon Musk. No, everybody dies. Everybody dies. And you don't want to die with all them regrets, do you? Do you? No. And that was 8 tips on how to improve yourself, right? We all want to improve ourselves. And those are some of the easy ones. You know what? I'll make a better video with a little bit more challenge to it. Do me a favor, subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and join me on these adventures, because I'm going to make lots of videos to help you become a better person and help you get your finances on track. We're going to learn a lot, and let's do it together. Have a good one.